Auxiliary nurse who gave Mohbad the injection finally gave a testimony of Mohbad's final moments in the coroner's court. Let's read together, guys. From the nurse, on the 11th of September 2023, I was at Kutonu.
Hello guys, stay tuned as I dive deep into the mystery surrounding Mohbad's death and see if I can uncover the truth exposed by the NurseInjector. The death of Mohbad has left many questions unanswered, and I'm here to investigate. Was it an accident, or was there something more sinister at play? The connection to the NurseInjector has raised eyebrows, and we'll be here exploring this lead. Mohbad's untimely death has sent shockwaves through the community, with many demanding answers what really happened on that fateful day. Theories have been circulating, but there's still a lack of clarity. Some say it was a tragic accident, while others believe there was foul play involved. The public is hungry for the truth, and it's time someone dig deeper. As we examine the evidence, one thing is clear: Mohbad's death was a shock to everyone who knew him. His friends and family are still reeling from the loss, and it's only fair that we go to the bottom of it. The questions surrounding Mohbad's death are many. What was the role of the NurseInjector? Was there a delay in medical attention? And what about the testimonies from the witnesses? All these questions need to be answered, and we'll be exploring them in this investigation. The events leading up to Mohbad's death are crucial to understanding what happened. Witnesses have come forward with testimony that sheds some light on the situation. The NurseInjector's involvement has raised questions about their role in Mohbad's treatment. According to the eyewitnesses, Mohbad had been experiencing some health issue before his death. The NurseInjector has administered some medication but did not follow proper protocol. The timeline of events is crucial, and we'll be examining it closely. The role of the NurseInjector in the Mohbad's death is still unclear. Did they follow proper procedures, or was there an error in judgment? There are questions that need to be answered, and we'll be looking into them. One piece of evidence has stood out in the investigation: a testimony from the key witness that challenges the prevailing narratives. This testimony suggests that there was a delay in medical attention, which could have contributed to Mohbad's death. This testimony is significant because it shed new light on the events leading up to Mohbad's death. It raises questions about the action of the NurseInjector and whether they did enough to save Mohbad. In light of this information, it's clear that Mohbad's death was complex and multifaceted issue. While we may not have all the answers yet, we are a step closer to uncovering the truth.
The guy that fought with him at the show that made him sustain an injury, the guy that called the nurse, and the nurse that injected him, it was the injection that led to his death.
So is it that the injection must have been laced with something?
That is what I don't know. Now I don't even know if it is a mistake or the nurse was sent. The nurse has been acting so nonchalant since the death of my husband. She's been clubbing, and the nurse has been out there enjoying living her life, and and now me, I'm out into all state. I cannot even live my life. My husband personal nurse was not around.
Okay.
Yes, he was not available. She was not available. So that was why one of his friend called Spendy just gave us an August ending, and he died September 12. He got back very sick. Like his whole family had to come over to visit us. Do you understand? So they made life so that's one thing because even if
The auxiliary nurse who gave Mohbad the injection finally gave a testimony of Mohbad's final moments in the coroner's court. Let's read together, guys. From the nurse, on the 11th of September 2023, I was at Kutonu to process my admission. As I was on my way back, I saw Speeding's missed call, and I called him back. Then he told me I should come and treat his friend in the house who had a court. I told him I was just coming back from Kutonu. I later missed his calls because I couldn't pick up. As I got to CMS, a call came in from DJ Bami. He introduced himself that he was from Spending. I couldn't go to the house that day. I got there the next day at about 2:30 p.m. I met a guy in the sitting room carrying Liam, and DJ Bami led me upstairs. On getting to the room Mohbad was, I saw some water on the floor, which DJ Bami mopped. When we moved Mohbad from the room he was sitting, he was to another room. It was only the four of us that were upstairs: me, Mohbad, DJ Bami and Wumi. As I was giving the first injection, Mohbad asked me the type of injection I wanted to give him, and I told him tetanus injection, paracetamol injection, and antibiotics. I first gave him tetanus and paracetamol injection. After I gave him the paracetamol injection, Wumi said he had ulcer. When I gave him the third injection, he started reacting and saying he wanted to throw up. DJ Bami and Wumi led him to the bedroom where he threw up. After throwing up, he sat down on the floor and was very weak. Then goosebumps appeared on his body. Wumi told me that is how he used to react to injection. Then I told her, you should have told me this before. She then said that if they pour water on his head, it will calm down. Wumi then poured water on him. When I saw the goosebumps, DJ Bami and I quickly went down to rush to the pharmacy so we could get an antidote. We got to the first pharmacy, but they didn't have what we wanted. We then went to another pharmacy. They called DJ Bami from the house that Mohbad was convulsing, and I told them to rush him to the hospital. When DJ Bami and I got to the house, we saw that they were carrying Mohbad out of the house. They carried him like a baby and rushed him to the neighbor's car. Wumi and I sat in the front while some guys were with him at the back. I don't know those guys. As we were going, we met a terrible traffic that was not moving at all, so we had to transfer him to a bike. I was begging all the drivers in the traffic to give us space so the bike could move Mohbad. A guy was with Mohbad in the bike. As the bike was moving, DJ Bami and I followed the bike to the hospital. The hospital was not far from where we were. When we got to the hospital, the doctor asked me if I gave him a diclofenac, and I said no. I told him the injections I gave him. He then said Mohbad had passed away. They issued a death certificate and gave it to DJ Bami. I never set my eyes on Adra throughout the time I was in the house. It was when we got to the hospital that Adra came to meet us. We went to the second hospital, who also confirmed to us that Mohbad had died. It was Darusha that took us there. The doctor asked me what I gave him and I explained. She told me to get out of her sight. We then took his body back home. When we got back home to the house, they closed the door and restricted people from entering. There was a lot of crowd outside. Throughout the time that I was in the house, till I left, I never set my eyes on Baba Mohbad. What I gave Mohbad was the right medication that would be given to anybody with a cut. The lower part of his hand was very swollen, and I gave him the tetanus injection on the upper hand. Before I got to that house that day, I told DJ Bami to send me the picture of the cut so I would know what to bring to the house. I was about 5 minutes to the house before I got the picture. If they had sent that picture before I left my house, I wouldn't have gone to Mohbad's house because it was just a small cut. I would have told them to take him to a nearby pharmacy. I actually thought I was a qualified auxiliary nurse until Mohbad's case started, and they said I am not. I have an O level and I trained at the hospital from 2014 to 2017. I knew Spending through a referral, and he has recommended many people to me before Mohbad's incident. Spending was not in the house when the whole issue happened. I don't know why they waited for me to come from Cotonou. The period from when they called me till I got there was about 22 hours. The time interval from when I treated Mohbad to when they said he was pied was just 2 hours. I asked DJ Bami about the cut before I started treating Mohbad, and he said it was a glass cut and they already removed the glass from his hand the previous day.
To recap, you've explored the question and theories surrounding Mohbad's death, the timeline of event, and the role of the NurseInjector. While there are still more to uncover, it's clear that Mohbad's death was a tragedy that could have been prevented. If you have any opinion on this case, please share them in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to this particular channel, Oneness TV, if you are new. See you in my next video.